You know what's funny? I am so excited to be talking to you today because I've been watching your videos and I feel like you have such a dope personality. So thank you so much for chatting. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm drinking some kombucha. I'm sitting on the floor on a yoga mat. I have a foam
A
roller.
foam roller to roll up that lactic acid?
Yeah, lactic acid. Well, okay, I don't want to get into it, but lactic acid doesn't actually exist.
Okay, so explain to me. I've been working out, right? And my legs hurt like hell. Explain to me why my legs hurt like hell then.
So essentially, why you have muscle pain or like after working out is like there's just micro tears in the muscle. So
Hmm.
essentially, your body just needs to repair that, and that's exactly what it is. The lactic acid is just like kind of an understanding, or it's like a simplistic form of just saying, oh, there's juice in my muscle that is like making it slow and painful, kind of.
Mm,
It's just kind of like it's like a colloquial term that is like a colloquial like idea.
right.
It's, yeah, I know it's really weird. That when I learned it, I was like, kind of like, oh wow, lactic acid isn't really a thing. It's not. I'm like, wow, that's crazy.
Mind
But
blown. Because
yeah,
people are like, oh,
mind blown. Yeah.
to roll that out.
Kinesiology isn't the best degree. I kind of wish I did something else, but what can you do, right?
Wait, what was your degree?
Kinesiology. So
What
it's
is
like
that?
study the human body. It's like very intro level medicine, I would say.
Hmm.
So it's like chiro, physiotherapy, and to be a kinesiologist. Let's say I'm like a kinesiologist on like a rugby team. I would be like recommending food, like kind of like light nutrition, and then I would also be like, make sure you guys tape up at night. I would just be kind of like the mom, essentially, and then I
Hmm.
would like also just assess like physical mobility and like be able to like be just the mom. The mom.
To make sure
Like,
people are you are you taped? You good? You need to
you
roll that
good?
lactic acid out. No.
Yeah. No, pretty much. I mean, yeah, that's kind of the whole concept, pretty much.
Did you want to go into medicine? Like, is that something that you fell into? You
Um,
did.
so I used to be an athlete, and then I had a really bad injury. I broke my back, and
Ooh.
then I figured out kind of how to deal with pain. And then I was
Mhm.
like, well, if I understand how to deal with pain, why can't I give back the knowledge that I have for other people to learn, right? And then I was just making music throughout the whole time, and then I was like, wow, making music's a lot more fun than studying, so that's just out the door. And
Absolutely.
then I finished my degree, I got my degree, and then La 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 took off last year. I was gaining a lot of traction before La La La. I actually graduated and dropped that song the exact same day.
Get out of
And then
here.
yeah, it was a really funny day because I remember us driving home from like walking. I was
Mhm.
with my parents, and they were like, "So we're going out for lunch, right?" And I was like, "No, I have to drop the song. The song's gonna change my life. Watch." And like my mom got super frustrated, and my sister texted me right beside me. She was like, "Why are you being such an idiot? It's like, let's go out for lunch. Like, why are you making this such a conflict?" And I'm like, "Let me drop the song. It's more important than my grad, like." And then what do you know? It was truly more important.
Well, you know what's funny? I'm sure your parents are excited that you finished school and didn't just go quit school and started music. Yes?
Some extent. I mean, obviously it's a decent achievement, but like my mom, I think it was fourth year, she was just like drop out, like pursue what you want to do. Like, you're making enough money, like, and you love making music, and you love that thing, you're passionate about it. So just screw school. And I was like, Mom, you trying to like do reverse psychology on me or
Right.
something? Definitely like a mom thing to do. But I got my degree. It was kind of tedious, but also slightly fun, and I think it gave me a little bit of a work ethic. So no complaints, right?
100%. So how did you fall into music? Were you just always a musical kid or did you hear something you were like, I want to do that too? What happened?
Um, Long story short, I was super bored one day with a bunch of friends, and I just laughed over a Chief Keef type beat with
Hmm.
auto tune on GarageBand. I was like, well, shit, this is what I'm trying to do for the rest of my life. Like, very long story short, I wasn't musical at all when I grew up. I actually didn't listen to music until like grade 8, I would say. And then yeah, my brother would like listen to Tool and like Avenged Sevenfold and like Slipknot, and I was like, I don't know if I'm that big of a fan. Grade 8, I found like Tupac and Biggie, And I was like, whoa, this is sick. And then I started writing poetry when I was younger. Poetry, I wouldn't say poetry is very similar to rap music, but it kind of is, like,
It's
in the sense.
poetic, 100%.
It definitely is poetic. But like, like haikus, you don't put haikus in. I mean, I could make a song completely out of haikus, which would be like really funny. But yeah, I was writing some poetry, and then made a song, and I just started writing lyrics and making tons of songs. Like I haven't made too many songs in comparisons to, like, I saw Soulja Boy make 8 songs in an hour, which was outrageous. And then, I'm only made like around like 400 since I started, like maybe 5.5 years ago. So not like too many songs, but I'm just, quantity over quality. And then eventually you just make quality with quantity. And that's how it's kind of been since day one. And yeah, it's been a fun ride. Like, it's tons of work, don't get me wrong, but it's really good. It's good energy the whole time.
What is the, I guess, most fun of the whole situation?
I really like mixing, like the technical part of making the song is really fun, and like song structure and like being creative and like how to make it interesting the whole listen through. I don't really like recording vocals because it's always somehow, like, even if the room is cold, it's always sweaty for some weird reason when you're recording vocals, because you're like, oh, I didn't hit that right, so you got to do it again, and it's just irritating. Other than that, like, performing is okay as long as I don't blow my voice. Performing is like really fun. Yeah, pretty much all of it. I like the business side of it too. It's really it's entertaining. Like, being the artist and I have to typically deal with a lot of the business stuff myself, and it's like funny, just like ripping on people and be like being a boss man. It's like, it's sick. Like, being your own boss is probably why I kept on making music, because it's like, there's no way. I worked at a chiropractic clinic right before I graduated, and this lady, she was my boss. I love her. She was nice, but oh my gosh, I can't deal with anybody telling me what to do. There's no way. So.
You know what's funny? I wonder if that's a thing with all, because you're a Cancer, right? You're Cancer. I wonder if that's a thing with all water signs, because I'm a Pisces, and please do not ever tell me what to do, ever. And if you are, make it seem like that it's my idea, and I'll be like, you're right, we should do it like that. I don't know if that's a thing that we share. What is that?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like most people don't really like to be told what to do, but like, I especially cannot. Like, I just can't take it. I don't know. Throughout school, I was like, wow, this sucks. And then, it's just like, I'm a very much so like a hands-on learner. Like, if I go in a studio with a bunch of people and a bunch of producers, I like observe and I take in really well. But like textbook, like, I've met textbook producers and they're like so different from how I would typically learn.
Right.
And it's like, whatever you make, if you can make a hit, regardless, like, you're a hit maker. But like, I've seen some like straight textbook producers, and I'm like, I don't know how you do that. Like, that doesn't make sense. Because I never watched a tutorial. I've never pretty much done anything. It's just like trial and error, and it's been a long ride for sure, but it's been fun.
I want to talk about Astrology right quick. Explain that to someone who hasn't heard the song yet.
All right, so when we started like, pitching the song, I wrote, the song is a song that you can listen to with your family in the morning eating breakfast, which I thought that was a decent description, but yeah, it's just a song so I made it on 420, and typically I don't partake, but I did partook, and I just made that song, and like, even my roommate, the producer, was like, he was streaming on Twitch, and I was like, yo, send me a beat right now. He sent that, and then I just recorded it, and I sent it to him. He's like, well, this is like really good. I'm like, I never partake in the 420. And I was just like, yeah, I don't really make music off the 420. So it was interesting. And then, I don't know, I just really like the song. It's really bouncy. It's really fun. It's, it's just a very simple song that is maybe it would be pretty fun live. I don't know. Like, I don't know when I'm gonna be able to experience live shows again, but
Right.
you know, I got a bunch of stuff lined up for it. I have a little video of me like chilling with Shrek at the pond, just sitting. It's insane. I got the Shrek CGI'd, and we're like throwing stuff at ducks at the pond.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And then I got like a lyric video that is like just it literally says this is the lyric video for Astrology, and then it's just words popping up on a black screen. It's just super ignorant and like dumb. But yeah, I'm excited for the song to come out. I think it's a really fun song, and you know, I think people just want some fun right now.
Absolutely, especially just being stuck in a house with nothing to do. What have you been doing? Are you in Canada right now or no?
Yeah, I'm in Vancouver right now.
So what have you been doing? I don't know if you guys have been locked down like how we've been locked down, but how's your time been in the house?
You know, honestly, our health minister in Vancouver or British Columbia, like, kind of snapped. In the very beginning, she was like, "It's pretty much illegal if you step out. Like, don't do anything. Don't be stupid, pretty much." And now we're getting like 3 cases a day. Everything is pretty much opened up. Like, we just opened clubs. Like, we have like 50 people clubs. Which I would assume is like probably the best telltale for how we're doing, because
Mm-hmm.
you know the clubs and like live shows kind of got nuked out of reality for a little while, and it's very safe here. Like it's like not really that frowned upon for not wearing a mask, which I still wear a mask when I leave, just because
Right.
like why not? You might as well do your part, right? But yeah, we're doing really good up here, and it's like now everything's kind of back to normal. I've been like biking and stuff, and like hanging out with friends, and it's you know it's funny because I felt like the world was in such a materialistic place before that. I think that like this pandemic, it's gonna make everybody appreciate life and take things a little bit less for granted, without a doubt. Because I was like hanging out with some friends, like, this is so much fun. Like, I definitely did not think that this was such a good time before. Like, I'm like, well, we're gonna do this more often.
Right. I feel like people take for granted just like hugging somebody or just like giving somebody, a handshake. Like people take all that for granted.
No, definitely. There's definitely like, yeah, I hugged my mom like probably for the first time like a month and a half ago. I was
Mm-hmm.
like, whoa. I was like, I love you, mom. I was like, I love you, mom. And yeah, it was invigorating experience to say the least. I'm like, damn, we're almost maybe back to normal, but I know a lot of places else in the world that aren't doing so hot. So I just preach, people, please wear a mask and please be smart.
Yeah,
uh,
absolutely. I'm trying to get over this.
yeah, definitely. Like, I think the whole world should be getting over it, but I don't know.
People have their issues.
People definitely have their issues.
So what's next?
What's next? I mean, I think I got an album. Lentra and I, we have he fully produced my next album. It's like mixed and mastered. It's ready to go. And then I have another album just sitting that we need to like rework. But I'm working on this other album right now. And then I hope to go down to LA whenever it gets a little better. And then I'm going to work with like Y2K again, make an album with him. And then there's this other producer called Diamond Pistols, and I'm going to make an album with him. So just music. I don't really expect shows to be very functional in the next little while.
Right.
Yeah, until the vaccine is administered, I don't think we really have the ability to do shows. So just tons of music probably, and then tons of video games and just chilling, really.
I feel that. Well, I appreciate you jumping on and chatting with us, and can't wait till you come down to LA and we can do this officially.
Yeah, no, I'd be definitely down to jump on in. That'd be cool. Thanks for having me.
Dope. Appreciate you. Thank you.
All right. Till next time, my man.